Hi, I'm Dr. Scott Werner. I'm a previous medical doctor and now I mainly do alternative medicine. By that I mean I use homeopathics, herbs, essential oils, and different remedies to heal and help people get rid of their diseases. And currently this is the #1 video on easy weight loss systems. By now, hopefully you've got your 2 bottles of easy weight loss drops, which are a homeopathic that has the capability of turning your fats into ketones. Now, what does that mean? The only way we can really get rid of fats is turn them into fatty acids, which are ketones. And these ketones are then either used by the brain or the heart as energy, and these organs can use ketones for their energy, or they're transported out through the kidneys outside the body. Now, this particular homeopathic helps turn your fats into ketones, and you can either utilize them that way or it just takes them out through your kidneys. Now, when you're in this ketosis, it actually pulls potassium out of your system. So you should have either got a bottle of potassium amino acid chelates or herburetic, both of which have 99 milligrams of potassium per tablet or capsule. And this is a very good way of replacing the potassium lost with your ketones going out through the urine. Now, another thing lost is B vitamins, and so you should have got a bottle of Ultra B12. Ultra B12 is fantastic. It's got 3 types of B12, but it's also got the other important B vitamins, which help your body metabolize your ketones and helps the liver to remethylate glutathione. So these 3 essential products are very important when you're losing weight. In the fad a couple of years ago of the HCG, it was a very good product and helps you lose weight, but the doctors were neglecting to replace potassium and B vitamins, and so the toxins within the body were not getting eliminated through the liver, and we weren't getting the potassium replaced. So people tended to have different problems with that diet. This diet, however, is built for your success. The other thing the weight loss drops have in them is protection from negative energy. Today we are stressed out as a country, stressed out so bad that our cortisol levels are very high, and it's our adrenal glands that are exhausted and they have not enough energy to produce the normal hormones that they produce, such as DHEA, the epinephrine, the norepinephrine, and the mineral corticoids that keep our minerals in our body. Instead, we're producing way too much cortisol because of the adrenal exhaustion, and we're losing minerals out through our kidneys. And so we need to stop all this. Now, the fastest way to lose weight now. That's the title of our video today. So, I'm going to describe several things. I'm going to talk about Kundalini breathing, breath of fire breathing, deep relaxation breathing. And you should do the Kundalini in the morning, the breath of fire whenever you're tired during the day, and deep relaxation breathing at nighttime. So, and next week we're going to talk about the fastest way to keep weight off. Now, why is breathing so important for weight loss? #1, when you go into a ketosis, you produce acids in your body. And the best way to get rid of acids, believe it or not, is deep breathing, focused breathing with intent. Now, years ago, when I was in high school, our oxygen content within the atmosphere was about 19%, 19 to 20%. Now they have studies that show that inner cities have as low as 12 to 13% oxygen because of all the automobiles and combustion going on within the cities. So it's very hard for your body to get all the oxygen it needs, and part of metabolism and improving your metabolism is better oxygenation. And the best way to do this is through breathing. So I'm going to describe a couple of ways that we can breathe. Now, the first way that I would recommend that we breathe is through what we call Kundalini breathing. Now, Kundalini breathing takes energy, and it takes about 5 to 10 minutes each morning, but it's so good to improve your metabolism and improve weight loss. So let's describe the Kundalini breathing. There's a place down in your sacrum called the coccyx, and the coccyx is connected to the pubococcygeus muscle, which stops your urination or cuts off your stool. And this muscle is also, when used with breathing, is called the root lock. Now, what we want to do is we want to lock the root lock. So you tighten up that pubococcygeus muscle or the root lock each time you breathe in, and you hold that until you release. It does a couple of things. Number one, the coccyx and the sacrum are like a fulcrum. It helps circulate the cerebral spinal fluid. Excuse me for a sec. The cerebral spinal fluid circulates around the brain and the central nervous system, the spinal column, and lubricates, feeds, moves the toxins around. It's actually like a filtering system, and actually is connected to the lymphatic system, which helps get rid of toxins out of our body. So as you're doing the root lock, you're actually bringing that sacrum forward, and you're doing some sacral cranial therapy on yourself by circulating the cerebral spinal fluid. This does a lot of good for your brain and your spinal column and your nervous system. So each time we take a breath, we'll lock that root lock and hold it forward for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then release as we breathe out. So that is the first breath, and we do this 3 times. So breathe in through the nose, hold that root lock, and then release. Okay, we'll do it one more time. And this time we're going to bring the energy up. So you'll hold the root lock the entire time. Breathe in. Hold that root lock. Bring that pubococcygeus muscle up and together. Bring the energy up, 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 up through the roof of your mouth with your tongue. You touch the roof of your mouth with your tongue and bring it up and roll your eyes up. And then I like locking the energy up in my 9th chakra. The chakra system is energy system, and it's not just the 7 within the body, 7 main ones. There's several outside of our body also, and I call this the 9th because it's right up here. Okay, next we're going to move our 2nd chakra. We just got done with the root chakra, but you continue to do the root lock each time you do the breath. So let's bring the energy and force your whole pelvis forward this time. You even move your knees forward, move that whole pelvis forward, because we're moving the sacrum and the root lock. So breathe in, bring that root lock, lock it, and bring this pelvis forward. Hold it for 5 seconds, and then breathe out. Let's do that again. Breathe in real deep in through the nose, bring that root lock locked, and the sacrum forward. That moves your whole pelvis forward, and then release and relax. You're using your buttocks muscles also with this. So now this time, and you can do this up to 10 times per breath per chakra level. And now we're going to bring it forward. Lock that root lock, and we're going to bring the energy up, 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 up to the roof of the mouth with the tongue. Up, roll up the eyes, and then lock it up in that 9th chakra. And breathe out. Okay. Next, we're going to do the solar plexus. Now with the solar plexus, it's the main emotional center, and this really relaxes the emotions. And just kind of rub your belly in a clockwise fashion So you're moving everything the way it's supposed to move through your intestines. And put your hands on there and what you do with this is we lean to the right with the breath in, lean to the left with the breath out, okay? And as you're doing it, lock the root lock as you're breathing in. So let's go. Breathe in through the nose, lean to the right, keep that root lock locked, and then breathe out, relaxing the root lock. Breathe in, lock that root lock, hold it, and then breathe out. Breathe in, lock that root lock, and let's come to the center. Bring that up to the roof of your mouth with your tongue. Roll your eyes up and lock it in that 9th chakra. Okay, now let's do the heart chakra. So bring your hands to the level of your heart. Now with this one, we'll turn to the right with the breath in and turn to the left when we breathe out. And just do it very gently with your body. If you've got back pain or back problems, just go a little bit. So let's go ahead and breathe in. Turn to the right, hold that root lock, hold it, and then breathe out. Breathe in, lock that root lock. Now breathe out. Breathe in, lock that root lock, center, and bring it up to the roof of your mouth with your tongue. Raise your eyes up and lock it up in that 9th chakra. You're basically storing the energy up there for when you need it or when you want to give it to somebody else, because we actually are like big batteries. You remember the Matrix, how we're the batteries of the entire universe the computers created? Well, there's a lot of truth to that show. And so let's go to the next chakra, which is our throat chakra. Now bring your arms up, and with this we'll shrug the shoulders up with the breath in and down with the breath out. So let's do that. Breathe in, lock that root lock, and then breathe out. Breathe in, bring the shoulders up and lock the root lock, and then breathe out. Breathe in, lock that root lock, bring it up to the roof of your mouth with your tongue, roll your eyes up and lock it up in that 9th chakra. Now we're doing several things with this. You'll feel your body getting really warm, really energized, and that's good because you're turning on your metabolism, you're turning on your glands associated with each chakra. You're also bringing that kundalini up into the brain. So next we're going to do the third eye chakra, which is right here. And with this, we'll take and rotate the head clockwise. So you're going to do it clockwise. You're going to go to the right first, and then back, and then into the middle. And you breathe in as you're going around to the right. You breathe out as you're going around to the left. And this circulates the cerebral spinal fluid in your brain also. So let's go ahead and do it. Breathe in through the nose. Lock that root lock and breathe out, releasing the root lock. Breathe in, locking the root lock. Now breathe out and release the root lock. Breathe in. You can do these up to 10, 20 times wherever you want to go. Lock that root lock and then bring the energy up as you're centered, up through the roof of your mouth with your tongue. Roll your eyes up and lock it in that 9th chakra. Okay, next we're going to do our cerebral chakra. And with this one, we actually act like we're an angel, and we open up our wings with the breath, bringing our head back very gently for you with neck problems. And lock that root lock, and then when you release, you breathe out, bringing the head forward and the arms forward. So let's do that. And you release that root lock when you come forward. So let's breathe back. Lock that root lock. Bring your head back. And let it out. Releasing the root lock. Bring it back. Lock that root lock. And then bring it forward. This time we're going to bring the energy all the way up. Bring it back. Lock that root lock, bring it up, up, up to the roof of your mouth with your tongue. Roll your eyes up and lock it in that ninth chakra. Now we've got all that energy stored, but we've also got a lot of energy and flow within our body, which is very good. That actually helps with weight loss. Now I'm going to do another breathing technique. Now that energy we've stored up there, I'm going to tell just a little short story. My wife was moving our daughter back, and I couldn't go, and she took the truck up to Tooele, Utah, and she was driving back, bringing her stuff all back here, and she got really sick around Beaver, Utah, which is 100 miles north of here on I-15. And she called me up and she says, Scott, I just can't make it. I'm needing you to come help me. And I said, well, let's send you some energy, because I had just stored some of this energy up in my ninth chakra. So I took that energy and I literally threw it to her up in Beaver. And she called me back within a minute, and she says, what did you do? And I says, I sent you some energy. And she was like, I feel so much better, I think I can make it. And she drove all the way home and felt really good. So this energy that we store is very powerful. Now you can bring that energy down into your body wherever you need it also. So if you need it in your heart chakra, if you've been going through, a lot of stuff, or into your solar plexus with emotions, bring it down into your body and help it repair and restore your organs and your heart and whatever needs help. So let's go on to the breath of fire. The breath of fire is splanchnic nerve breathing. Now the splanchnic nerve is a part of the parasympathetic system, and it stimulates the intestines to move better, but it also stimulates the adrenal glands to produce norepinephrine and epinephrine, and it helps strengthen the adrenal glands. So it's a very important breathing technique. So what you do is you put your hand on your belly so you can feel it. When you breathe in, you want to do diaphragmatic breathing, which means as you breathe in, you bring your belly out, and as you breathe out, you bring your belly in, and you breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, so bring your belly out as you breathe in, and in as you breathe out. And we do that very quickly because that helps stimulate that parasympathetic nervous system, which relaxes you, but you're giving yourself a lot of oxygen and helping your adrenal glands. So let's do 10 of these breaths. I think that was 10, but I might have gone 11 or 12. Anyway, it doesn't matter, because the more you do, the better it is with that breath of fire. Diaphragmatic breathing, and it helps you. Now you may feel a little dizzy with it because it really oxygenates your blood. It can change your pH drastically within a matter of seconds. Now, by changing your pH, you breathe out carbon dioxide, which is an acid. In your body, it's called carboxylic acid in the blood. And when it releases, it actually raises your pH. Now, as you're breathing in the oxygen, it actually alkalinizes your body and attaches to the hemoglobin. And the hemoglobin, oxygenated hemoglobin, is more alkaline. Deoxygenated hemoglobin is more acidic. So it helps the whole entire blood system. It also helps the immune system. They found that doing the breath of fire not only stimulates your adrenal glands, but it stimulates the thymus. It helps the thoracic duct pump your lymphatics, and so there's a lot of benefit to this breathing. Now, let's move on to deep relaxation breathing. Now, the Kundalini is best done in the morning because it energizes you. The breath of fire is best done during the day because it will energize you. But the deep relaxation breathing actually helps you sleep. But it helps your metabolism and helps alkalinize the body. So let's do some deep relaxation breathing. Now, the best way to do this, a lot of people who've learned transcendental meditation, they can do that. But I've found that focusing on the breath itself is very, very relaxing. It's called Vipassana type breathing, and getting in touch with just the breath of your life. So as you're laying there in your bed, turn off all your TV, turn off everything, and just lay back in your bed and breathe very deeply in through the nose, and watch that breath as it's coming in through your nose and going down into your lungs. Your focus is on that breath coming in, and then when you breathe out, just focus on that breath going out. Now, your mind will tend to wander and get into, what happened to you during the day. The second you realize that, obviously, focus back on the breath. So, breathe in through the nose and watch that breath go in, and then breathe out through the mouth, watching the breath go out. Breathe in through the nose. Nice deep breath in through the nose, and focus on watching that breath go out. Watch the breath come in. Hold it for a couple of seconds, and then watch the breath go out. Your whole focus and mind is on the breath, on the air, and on the breathing. In through the nose, hold it for a couple of breaths, and I would do this for 5 to 10 minutes. Now, time shouldn't be your focus. What is the focus? Is focusing on the breath itself. Breathe in. Hold it for a couple of seconds, and then breathe out. And as you do this, you'll find it stimulates your body to relax, because you're focusing not on your cares, not on your worries. You're focusing on your breath, which is good for your body, good for your life. Breathe in. That oxygen you're breathing in is going to help all your cells to oxygenate and be perfected. And breathing out. Breathe in. Focus on that breath, and then breathe out. Nothing else is on your mind. Now, this is very, very relaxing. I found that a lot of people nowadays, we're real uptight, and we have a hard time falling asleep, we have a hard time staying asleep, and we have a hard time, our body has aches and pains and different problems. Now, with this deep, relaxing breathing, if you have a particular part of your body that is hurting, that is in pain, that maybe doesn't feel right, as you're breathing in, bring that air in, focus on the breath, and take that breath to wherever you're hurting. I've had some wrist pain because I had an infection in my thumb, and it settled in my wrist, and so I'm going to take that breath and focus it going over to my wrist, healing my wrist, and then breathe out any toxins, any bad energy that are stored in my wrist. I'm going to take and bring them out through it in my breath. So I bring it in, so I have some breath, and then I get rid of whatever's hurting, the pain, the infection, the inflammation, whatever it might be. You breathe it out with your breath and let the earth and the heavens take care of it. So breathe in. I take it into my wrist, and you'll take it wherever you're having a problem currently, and clean that and bring out the toxins and breathe them out. Okay, so very good positive ways of moving energy. If you want to focus that breath on releasing the fats, because you've taken your nighttime dose of the weight loss drops, just breathe in. Visualize those fat cells turning the fats into ketones, and then breathe them out. This is a very powerful technique. Visualization and breathing are so powerful. I use the technique quite a bit. I wrote down 14 different things on my list of things I desired, And every one of those things have come true. But I used focused visualization, and I used breathing to manifest those things. And so I'd read each one off as I'd breathe in. I'd breathe in, and then I'd focus, and I'd say the words out into the universe. One of my things that I said was, I'd breathe in, and then I'd say the words, I am younger, stronger, healthier, more beautiful every day. And blow that out into the universe. This is a very powerful way of manifestation with the breathing. In through the nose and out through the mouth. That was quite interesting. As I did that, it shifted my fluid in my ear. And so as we do this breathing, it's surprising how good it is for the body. Now, I hope I haven't bored you too much with all these breathing techniques, but breathing is so vital for weight loss. One night, about 16 years ago, I was up watching late night TV because I couldn't sleep, and I was 220 pounds, and it was before I found the weight loss drops. And I was watching this woman do a video on breathing for weight loss. And for a half an hour, she espoused all of the benefits of breathing. And then she demonstrated her breathing, which was quite an interesting technique. Basically, what she would do is she'd breathe in, and then she'd make a noise as she breathed out, putting a lot of pressure on her stomach. So she'd go, oh, 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 just doing breathing like that, pushing on her abdominal and rectus muscles. And it was quite fascinating because her whole video involved doing this technique with making noise as you breathed out, pushing your abdominal muscles. And in reality, it was a form of the breath of fire, but it was very noisy. and that's okay. So, that's another breathing technique that'll help you lose weight. Now, let's talk a little bit about another technique I learned. Now, this one you can do either when you're midday, morning, or in the evening. It does give a lot of energy to your body. And I start with the top chakra, and I bring the energy down. As I breathe in, I bring it down through the cerebral chakra, and I bring it down to the gland of the cerebral chakra, which is the pineal gland. The pineal gland is a very neglected gland, but it produces our melatonin and serotonin and helps you sleep and helps you be happy. So you bring that down into that gland, and you visualize it getting bright and shiny and vibrating, and the hormones being produced that need to be, and then you push out any virus, fungus, parasites that might be in there, keeping it from functioning, and bring the energy up and down your body and settle it back into your heart with love. You process everything with love through the heart with this breathing technique. And then next, you breathe in through your third eye, bringing it into the pituitary gland. Now, the pituitary gland is the master gland of all the other glands, so you help it produce normal hormones and push out any fungus, virus, parasites that might be in there, let the energy go up and down your body and settle back into your heart with love. Process all the energy with love. Now you breathe in through your throat chakra, bring it in and have it hit your thyroid gland, which is kind of a horseshoe-shaped gland right here, just below the throat, the epiglottis, and you have that get bright and shiny. The parathyroid glands get bright and shiny. They're the ones that help control your calcium metabolism with the parathormone. Your thyroid is your main metabolism hormone, so you want to get your thyroid working good and have the hormones work perfectly. Keep that energy vibrating and getting that strong, and then let the energy go up and down your body, settle back in your heart with love. Now, I've found fungus gets in the thyroid gland a lot, and it slows. When fungus gets in a gland, it slows the process down because they have little hyphae, little straws, you could call them, that they suck the cytoplasm out, suck the energy out, and it makes the gland not work as well. And a lot of people, they'll be producing hormone, but it won't be as active, it won't be as perfect with that fungus in there. And so removing fungus and parasites out of your body is very important. So when you breathe in, make sure you push out the fungus or viruses or anything that might have gotten in there. Now, virus hyperstimulate things and usually burn them out. So if you get like hyperthyroidism, and eventually you'll burn the thyroid out, but in the meantime, your eyes are bugging out of your head, and Hashimoto's thyroiditis is due to a virus. So breathe in and make that energy perfect. Push out any virus, fungus, parasite that might be there, and the energy go up and down your body, settle back in your heart. We're having a lot of problem with our thyroids in our country. The Japanese nuclear plant that underwent a meltdown is still putting radiation out into the environment, even though the news media isn't talking about it. It's still happening. And those isotopes, radioactive isotopes, get into iodine, and they get into our thyroid and kind of cause it not to produce like it should. So this breathing and removing the toxins and the parasites, fungus and virus is very good for the body. So focus on that thyroid quite a bit, especially if you're overweight, because most of us with thyroid problems are overweight. So next breath comes in through the heart chakra. You breathe in and you'll feel all this good energy come in, and it hits your thymus gland, your heart and your lungs, and make them reverberate, make them vibrate higher, remove any fungus, parasites, viruses that might be in there. Breathe out, letting the energy go up and down the body and settle back into your heart and focusing on love. Then breathe in through your solar plexus, which is 2 finger breadths above the belly button. Have it hit your liver, your spleen, your pancreas, your intestines, your stomach. Everything in there produces different hormones, and you want them to produce good hormones that'll help you lose weight and be perfected, removing any fungus, parasites, toxins that might be in there, and then let the energy go up and down your body, settle back into your heart with love. Then focus on the sexual organs, or the second chakra. With women, you bring in the air. Have it focus on your cervix, your uterus, your tubes, your ovaries, pushing out any parasites, fungus, virus, anything that's not supposed to be there. Push it out and put in really good energy and make them perfect, and the energy go up and down your body, you settle back in your heart with love. With men, you bring it in through the penis, into the prostate and the testes. You make them reverberate, push out any fungus, virus, parasites that might be in there, anything that's not supposed to be there, push it out, and make your creative zone perfect and reverberating perfect. The energy go up and down your body and settle back in your heart with love. Now the last breath, you focus on taking your body and take and ground it right down into the magma of the earth. When I do this with a breathing out and pushing my hands down, and then I bring it up into my root chakra and up into the kidneys and adrenal glands, and have them be powerfully energized, reverberate, push out any virus, fungus, parasites that might be in there, push them out, and let the energy go up and down my body and settle back in my heart with love. And now I'm connected to the earth through my root chakra. I bring the energy up, go up to the heavens, and come back down, process everything through my heart with love with that breath, and then blow it out, releasing any negative energy. And I put it into a recycling bin and recycle the energy, turned into energy that's not negative, doesn't have any negative energy, and it turns into positive energy, and I can either reuse it for myself or just leave it there for others to pick up because it's been recycled in good energy. So we've kind of been talking for about 40 minutes on the different breathing techniques. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Easy Weight Loss System. Today should be your first day, unless you started before, and I've had a lot of people start before today. And the reason why I wanted them to get going during the holidays, because the holidays we tend to sugar ourselves up, we get hit like with a lot of negative energy, we get depressed, all kinds of problems. These drops actually help with depression, they help your aura, expand and protect you from any negative energies. They actually help push out any negative entities and helps your cortisol levels drop because you've got this protection around you and you feel much more calm, much more protected. Anxiety and panic is due to parasites, and anger and frustration and those kind of emotions are due to fungus. So if you're still experiencing anxiety, still experiencing frustration or anger, we should work on those things. Now today is the first day for most of you, and you'll take 10 to 15 drops in the morning, 10 to 15 drops at dinner, 10 to 15 drops at bedtime. Now the reason I've spaced it that way is most people are way too busy during lunchtime to do it. And the morning dose actually lasts until about 3, 4 in the afternoon. So if you start getting hungry or start craving in the afternoon, take your dose, at that time. And you can take 4 doses a day. It won't harm you. The thing I've found about this new formulation is it's very calming. Everybody I've put on it, they're calm. They can stay more focused because it's got that protection, and they can keep their mind focused, and they're not getting distracted by these weird energies and negative energies. The other thing it does is it satisfies the system, so you're not craving foods. You're not. I had to force myself to eat, actually. I would eat because I knew I needed the proteins and the nutrition. And one of the things that I did was I found you need at least 2 good doses of protein a day to keep you from having protein craving. So I would eat 2 eggs in the morning and then some sort of protein in the evening. Now if you're vegetarian, get some beans, legumes, soy for women, because soy has estrogen, and men shouldn't actually eat soy products. A lot of our soy is genetically modified now, so try and get organic soy products that haven't been genetically modified. Now for lunch, you should get in, if you're mid-morning, you're feeling kind of hungry, get a fruit in, an apple, an orange, grapefruit. I found grapefruit is a great one for dieting and for getting the nutrients in that you need. It's also very antiviral, antifungal. So grapefruit is a great item. Citrus is great for women's strengthening the mammary glands, the breasts. And it's been shown that women who eat more citrus have less chance of getting breast cancer. Now, having been an OBGYN, I know a lot of stuff about these types of things, and have used it throughout the years and found them all to be very beneficial. Apples, the old saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, apples have a lot of pectin and fiber and good nutrients that help the system cleanse and get things out. It helps the intestinal cavity, the whole entire intestines, including the liver. So eating an apple a day is very good. So I try to eat, a grapefruit in the morning and an apple in the afternoon. Carrots are good, but they have a fair amount of sugars, but you can get a carrot in every other day. Celery is really good, really loaded with minerals, very good for your bones. Papaya is wonderful because it has lots of enzymes and nutrients for the pancreas and the liver. Passion fruit, really good. All kinds of different fruit are very good, and you should at least eat 2, if not 3 or 4 a day during the diet, during the weight loss system. The other thing I'd recommend is in the afternoon, if you get hungry, take another dose of your weight loss drops and get some tea in. Now, one of the best teas I've found is yerba mate. Yerba mate does a lot of different things. It doesn't have caffeine. It has what they call matine, and it isn't addictive, but it stimulates the metabolism and also helps turn on the brain. Caffeine is one of those things that helps turn on the brain too, but too much caffeine can be really hard on women. The yerba mate with the matine has not been shown to be hard on women. In fact, it helps women's hormones and helps male hormones. So it increases testosterone, and in women increases estrogen and progesterone. So, and it's good hormones. It's not, you know, the petrochemical hormones that we get in our environment now with all the herbicides, pesticides, and toxins. So it's very good for you. So yerba mate, you know, I would get kind of tired, brain fog in the afternoon because I wasn't getting enough sugars to feed my brain, so they'd kind of shift in and out of the ketones. But as soon as I would drink that yerba mate, my brain would go, wow, this is good. And it'd be turned right back on, and I'd be very alert and oriented and be able to take care of business. So, we've talked about a lot of things today, and the main thing that I want you to know is breathe. Breathing is so good for your body, so good for your health. It's like when we get out into nature, there's more oxygen. That's why a lot of people feel so much better when they get out in the forest and away from the cities. So, you know, do that if you can, or just breathe, because breathing is so important. We talked about the Kundalini breathing, the breath of fire. You can watch this video as many times as you need to get those down. The deep breathing, relaxation breathing at night. The chakra breathing is very good for helping all the glands work correctly and getting them cleaned out. The weight loss drops will help with the glands, help with protection, help turn your fats into ketones, and help them get out of your body. The potassium is good for replacement of the potassium you're losing. They've shown a lot of studies that good potassium levels is so good for your heart and your nervous system, so make sure you maintain good potassium levels. I would take at least 99 milligrams 3 times a day, if not more. If your calves are aching, it's a sign you need more potassium. So that's one way our bodies have shown us what we need. If your feet are aching, you need more magnesium. If your thighs are aching, you need more calcium. If your whole leg hurts, you need all of them. So to your health, thank you for listening today. Next week, we will be talking about the fastest way to keep weight off. This talk was the fastest way to lose weight now. And breathing is a dang good way to keep your weight off and get it off now. So next week, we'll be doing the next video and releasing it on January 8th at Scott R. Werner. Just go to youtube.com and type in Scott R. Werner on the search, all lowercase, and you'll find all the videos. So we'll release this this weekend. I'm going to release it a little early and get it posted on YouTube actually today. I will email you with the shortcut, and so enjoy the weight loss videos, and thank you for listening, and thank you for participating in the Easy Weight Loss System. For now, goodbye.